Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Totally Fans. This is episode 2.
What's going on?
What's going
Everyone
on?
having a good time?
This is the show where we talk about everything in the world of movies, comics, video games, TV. Your Fandom Fanfare right here. With me, as always.
I got some sick deja vu.
Yeah, right? My
so
beautiful
weird,
guest
right?
here, as always, is Mr. Jesse Mesa.
I know. All right, so what was my line? Something about, who's that sexy mug on the screen? Yeah.
If you guys are tuning in,
I should have wrote the script.
If you guys are tuning in, we totally botched this first chunk of information. What ended up happening was audio wasn't working, so unfortunately we couldn't hear our beautiful friend.
That was my bad.
Yeah, so
or your bad. I don't know.
We kind of talked a lot about stuff already, but we're just gonna dive right back in. Start it off from the top, and this is the benefit of doing it live. So definitely appreciate you guys being here. Just a quick heads up and as a reminder, if you guys are watching live on Twitch, we stream every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Podcast comes out on Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch it on Anchor.fm, which is going to be the official home for the podcast. However, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music, basically wherever you listen to your podcast. So if you guys want to come in, hang out, we definitely appreciate it. But you guys can also catch the video on YouTube as it gets released throughout the week. So yes, want to make sure we put that reminder out there. But let's go ahead and jump right in since we botched the whole beginning here. Let's see. So in the world of comics, we are getting some amazing new issues. We're going to get Batman number 89. Or sorry, totally messed that up. We're getting Batman 89. No, we're getting Batman 89, Superman 78, and the World of Spawn. Now, Batman 89 is going to be a continuation of the Michael Keaton Batman movies that we got with the Tim Burton-esque like cinematography. I'm really excited about this just because this also means with Michael Keaton coming back for The Flash, this could be some sort of tie-in. I'm not 100% sure. This is just the theory that I have, but it would be really cool to see that. And Superman 78 is going to be the continuation of Christopher Reeve's Superman, which is also very exciting because Christopher Reeve himself is such an iconic person when it comes to Superman. If you ask any Superman fan, if it's not Christopher Reeve, it's probably going to be Brandon Routh. But Christopher Reeve has left such an impact on how a lot of us perceive Superman to be. And with the first two movies that were really fantastic, it'd be really great to see the continuation of both of those characters. However, I'm not sure if it is going to be canon to the movieverse. Jesse has some info, but we're not sure what's going to happen as far as, them retconning what happened with the other movies. For an example, Val Kilmer's Batman Forever or George Clooney's Batman and Robin. So it'd be really interesting to see. Also, Todd McFarlane, I believe on Facebook, posted this giant thing about the year of Spawn. And ultimately what's going to happen is we're going to get brand new #1 issues of The Scorched, which the best way I can describe it is Spider-Man's Spider-Verse, but for Spawn. So that's going to be The Scorched. There's going to be the Gunslinger Spawn, which I believe is Todd McFarlane's favorite Spawn. I know he's done a lot of work for that, and then he's going to continue to do a lot of work for Gunslinger Spawn moving forward. We're also going to get King Spawn, which I don't really know too much about, but we're going to get that as a #1. And then, of course, we're going to get the continuation of the current story iteration of Spawn. They are 315 issues deep, and I believe issue 300 and 301 has set and broke a lot of comic book records. So definitely the buzz for Spawn is still around. Because of the corona outbreak, though, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Spawn movie. So it'd be interesting to see if this comic book line just kind of helps to reinvigorate that love and that hype for the movie. And then hopefully we can get that information later down the road. But Jesse, what are your thoughts? What's going on with these comics?
Yeah, I'm excited about Batman 89 and Superman 78 because those are some of my favorite comic book movies. Along with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. But it's gonna be interesting to see where they actually take this because, I mean, they are calling it Batman 89 and Superman 78. So, like, taking Superman, for example, Superman 2 came out in 1980. So are they ignoring that? I mean, they are obviously going to ignore Superman 3 and 4. Nobody likes those. They just like to pretend those don't exist. I feel like maybe they're just calling that because that's kind of what you know them by. And, those are when the original movies came out. So, I mean, at the very least, you could be going off of Superman 1 and 2. You could be going off of the original Batman and Batman Returns, because those are the Tim Burton ones. So it seems like they're just going to go from there onwards and just, we get more story in that universe just in comic book form. So I'm pretty excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it, more content is always good. And I don't know if I already touched on this point, but the Tim Burton verse of Batman is also a very popular version of Batman. And to see that continuation to happen is going to be really fun, just because even at the end of Batman Returns, they hinted at a potential third movie with Catwoman coming back. So I would love to see more stories coming out of that. I definitely wasn't originally, I wasn't a fan of Batman Forever just because it didn't continue what happened in Batman Returns, in the mindset of it wasn't Michael Keaton who came back, Catwoman wasn't back, and the look definitely changed. However, over time, I've come to I've come to appreciate it a little bit more, especially with a lot of the nods to the previous movies. But just overall, I think having more story is going to be really good. And I'm really excited for Batman 89 specifically. However, I'm also a really big fan of Spawn. I know he's been popping up in other franchises here and there, but I think with Todd McFarlane's big announcement and this being the year of Spawn, I think World of Spawn, I think is going to be a really great push for that character. And again, I mean, there's a really good chance that this could be the hype that they need to revive the movie. I know, as far as I remember, Todd McFarlane only has the script, and I think he's got some pre-production stuff not knocked out, but already in mind. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to continue forward with World of Spawn. And just overall, these three issues, these three titles are going to be fantastic. It's just more stuff and iconic stuff, So I'm really excited. All right, Jesse, so let's go ahead and take it away. You're next.
Alrighty. So, big news in the world of Nintendo. They finally have a fresh new Nintendo Direct. The last one was a while ago, maybe a year and a half. There was a lot to cover, so I'm just going to quickly highlight some of the main points, and we can talk about that later in the podcast segment. So, the biggest news was Pyra and Mythra are the new Smash Brothers DLC characters. So we got Fall Guys coming out for the Switch, summer 2021. Outer Wilds coming out. Samurai Warriors 5, Legend of Mana. A new Mario Golf is also coming out. Capcom Arcade Classics is coming out. Stubbs the Zombie is coming out, and I haven't heard that in a while. Like, that dude has been away for years, but that's pretty cool. No More Heroes 3 coming out in August. We got Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborhood coming out. A new tactical RPG, Project Triangle Strategy from Square Enix.
I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. That's coming out actually next year. A new competitive free-to-play Star Wars game called Star Wars Hunters.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a teaser trailer, so we didn't actually see gameplay footage.
Yeah.
That's supposedly coming out this year, so I guess we'll get more info on that later. New Hyrule Warriors DLC.
Well, hold on, Jesse.
Hold on.
Yeah,
before you told me I was going too fast.
Now you're giving too much. Listen,
I'm going off the list, sir.
Listen. If you guys are listening in or watching on YouTube, live on Twitch, whatever the case, we're going to be talking more about the Nintendo Direct. We're going to talk about release dates. We're also going to do a little bit more of a deep dive into what's coming out. However, what are your thoughts overall on the Direct? Just because we got a lot of content to talk about, so I want to make sure that
no comment until the podcast segment. How do you like that, champ? No comment until
the podcast.
Yeah. How do you like that?
All right, we'll go ahead and do that. So definitely, there's a lot of amazing games. There's a lot of games coming out for Nintendo, and this Direct came after such a long time. And I'm pretty sure that because of the outbreak that it's been really difficult for them to be able to do a massive show like this. But there's a lot of information that, in my opinion, I'm, maybe not really excited for. Like I said, or rather like Jesse said, we'll dive a little bit more of it into the podcast, but definitely a lot of titles are on the way between the next 3 years. So interesting to see what's on its way. Based on what we've talked about, though, I think the biggest thing is there weren't a lot of big hitters coming out of Nintendo Direct, right?
No comment. I want to get into this so bad.
All right.
We just gotta wait. We gotta go. It's gotta be the last thing we talk about because I'm gonna go off.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot too. There's a lot.
There's some
yeah,
planting the seeds, foreshadowing.
All right, so then moving on. I missed it. Where's my notes? I lost my notes. No, we got it. All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 trailers that just dropped throughout the course of the week. Guys, keep in mind that when TotallyAFan, the way we film the show is we try to do it weekly just because there's so much news that gets revealed on a daily basis that it's really hard to stay on top of it. What with Jesse being on the East Coast, first of all. Second of all, Jesse has a really great job. I also have a job that takes up a lot of my time. So it's hard for us to do this stuff on the daily. So while we may not have breaking news, we try to cover a lot of this content. These 4 trailers, while we kind of already knew some of the stuff was in the works, just to be able to see it and just to kind of build up the hype has always been one of those driving forces for this is stuff we need to talk about. This is stuff that we as fans can come together and really appreciate, right? So first, we have a new trailer for the Snyder cut of Justice League. Now, we got a trailer before, but this one came, I believe, earlier in the week, and it revealed some new footage, not a lot, but it did give us a sense of kind of what his original vision was meant to be. And there's definitely some changes that, in my opinion, are for the better. But I think overall, this movie may still not be the movie that we all wished it to be. I definitely think we're going to get better. We're going to get a more polished turd, if you will, versus what we got with the Joss Whedon cut. So if you're excited, great. If you're not excited, it's okay. But we got a new Justice League trailer. That movie's getting ready to drop. We also got a new trailer from Disney for Cruella, the live action. Really interesting because they got Emma Stone to play a younger Cruella. We're going to probably be able to dive into a little bit of what made her so crazy and so psychotic. It was great that we got some little nods to Dalmatians, but I don't think Dalmatians are going to be the center focal point of this movie. But it was great. I love Emma Stone. I think she's going to knock it out of the park, and I'm really excited for this trailer. The next trailer, however, it runs deep in my blood, boys. Deep in my blood. Mortal Kombat. Now, we knew Mortal Kombat was already in the works. We got a little teaser of it, I think, a couple weeks ago, but we now got a full trailer. And man, am I excited. We'll talk a little bit more about it here in a moment, but we got a glimpse of the characters, plus some little Easter eggs here and there, and some little nods of what this story is going to entail. But just the overall amazing trailer. Now, if you're not watching the Red Band trailer, you're not doing it right. So make sure that if you haven't seen the trailer yet, look for Mortal Kombat Red Band trailer. This is the one that's going to give you everything that you're going to want to see in a Mortal Kombat movie. Lastly, we got our final teaser trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be coming out, I think, in 3 weeks, boys. 3 weeks. Yeah, and this is the crazy thing. So WandaVision is still going on. We're still enjoying WandaVision. But the week after WandaVision, you guys are still going to get Marvel content. We're going to get what's called Marvel Assembled, which is going to be a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look into the production of WandaVision. And then the week after that, immediately we're going to get Falcon and Winter Soldier. But wait, there's more. After Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we're also going to get another assembled episode of BTS stuff of Falcon and Winter Soldier. But wait, there's more. After every movie or TV show that comes from Marvel, whether it's Loki, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, etc., we are going to continue to get these Marvel assembled episodes, which is going to be fantastic because that means between now until the end of the year, every week, you're going to get Marvel content. I'm really excited about this. I think it's really ambitious for them to continually bust out that info, bust out those pieces of content for us to enjoy, for us to break down, for us to look deeper into the meanings of what's going on. And I think overall, it's going to be really great because I have a strong feeling that they're going to provide some sort of glimpse or whatever, whether it's like the mindset or visually into what's going on into the MCU proper. Again, we talked about it on last week's podcast, but the WandaVision TV show is getting ready to explode, and it's going to have its deep ties to, we believe, the Spider-Verse. We know for sure in Doctor Strange. So it's really great that every week we're going to have that Marvel content. But all these trailers are amazing. Jesse, let's go to you. What are your thoughts?
Well, I enjoy getting a sweet Marvel IV drip straight into my veins for the remainder of a year. So that's going to be good. What are we talking about? Trailers. I zoned out. What are we talking about? Cruella? Cruella looks cool. I feel like she plays the part really nice. I don't know why Disney is so hung up on trying to make their villains seem like good guys. You got to remember they're still bad guys, like they did with Maleficent.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it looks great. I mean, it'll be cool. And then Justice League. I never saw the original Justice League. I barely got into the DC ones. I am such a Marvel fanboy. I need to catch up on them eventually. But again, like you said, I think it's like if you, I don't think the reshoots and the redone CGI is going to make Justice League like an instant amazing movie. It'll make it better.
Yeah.
Because that's what he envisioned. So it'll be more on script with what he wanted to do. But I don't think it's going to like blow Avengers out of the water. But it's just going to be nice to have that cut available. Mortal Kombat looks really good. But when's the last time we had like a really good movie, video game movie out?
Sonic.
So Sonic, yeah, probably. But I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I'm glad that they're finally going for like a hard R and they're just going to have fatalities in it. So that's looking real cool. The story I'm a little concerned about because it's like this like detective kid, some random kid who's like not even part of the tournament, and he has this Mortal Kombat logo birthmark, and so now he's part of Earthrealm, and he's just like a random kid. He's some street guy. He's not even Liu Kang or anything. I mean, Liu Kang's in it. I don't know why he looks like Ryu from Street Fighter, but I mean all the characters in it. But it seems like they're going to focus on this original character that all the other characters sort of have their own set pieces and whatnot. But I mean, we'll see. The trailer looks hype, but I don't like getting too hype about these things because you never know what'll happen. But it looks hype, so we'll just have to see.
Yeah, so I'll say that the cast for Mortal Kombat, I'm a huge fan of. Joe Taslim, who plays Sub-Zero, he was in a raid-style movie. I forget what it's called, but it's on Netflix right now. And I thought his level of martial arts was fantastic. Hiroyuki Sanada, who plays Scorpion, you definitely have seen him if you guys have watched The Last Samurai. He, I think, is going to bring this, I want to say almost veracity to Scorpion that I think is going to be fantastic. And then the new character, Cole Young, is played by an actually inspirational figure to myself, Louis Tan. He is a really great actor, a fantastic martial artist, and I think he's going to be able to play this role in a way where, like, I think the character is Cole Young, and I think the character might actually be a Mortal Kombat legacy character. I kept theorizing that I think it's Rain, but I'm not sure yet. The reason why I say this is because Rain does have ties to royalty in Outworld, and I think I think that could be what he's gonna play. We don't know yet, obviously. So I agree with you. The story looks a little kind of iffy, but I think it's the best way that they're able to describe how are you going to get these people to come to a tournament? They're just going to show up all of a sudden, I think this is the way that they could. This is the best narrative that they could have formed for how
Yeah,
everybody
they're just
comes
born
together.
with the Mortal Kombat logo on their chest, and all babies born with the Mortal Kombat logo on their chest,
They're chosen for the tournament.
they're chosen to defend the Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
like what if he became a janitor? Like, you know, I mean,
God.
just because he had the Mortal Kombat logo.
I don't know. I don't know. Look,
I love
overall,
how it's just straight up the logo. Like they couldn't make it like cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, whatever.
Look, I think overall, I think the movie's gonna be fantastic. Visually, I think it's gonna be fucking amazing. They have a lot of the fatalities. There's a lot of blood and gore. Some really nice like kill shots. I think overall, I think it's gonna be good. Aesthetically, it looks very pleasing to the eye as far as Mortal Kombat goes. And we've talked about the older Mortal Kombats before, but I think this one is going to be the better take. I think this is going to... there's a version of the trailer, actually, where the director breaks it down. I highly recommend checking that out as well. Watch the Red Band trailer first, then watch his breakdown of the trailer. And I think it's going to, hopefully, at least for me it did, it instilled a little bit more confidence into the overall movie. But I already had a lot of confidence just because of the actors that are going to be here. Like, they're fantastic martial artists. A lot of them have a really nice edge when it comes to their acting styles that I think is just going to fit the movie overall. Cruella, kind of in the same thing with Emma Stone. I think her style, I think, is very, I don't want to say unique, but it's symbolic with who she is. And it's, personally, I think it's why we all love her, is the way her acting style works. And I think it's going to be fantastic for Cruella. And then as far as Justice League and Winter Soldier goes, this is content that we already knew was on the way. This is just a deeper look into it. We do get some new footage, but not enough to really reveal anything too crazy or too critical. But, you know, it's more content. You can't go wrong with more content, right?
Yeah. Good.
All right.
That's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to be the show for now. We are going to switch over to our podcast. So if you guys are still watching live, make sure you guys stick around. As a reminder, you guys can like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channels, help get the word out, but also let us know what's going on in the world of fandom that if we didn't cover on the show, we'd love to talk about it. Perhaps there might be a way where we get to talk to you guys about it live on stream. So definitely make sure you guys check that stuff out. You guys can also join the Discord where I try to do a lot of community engagement. We also got Twitter to be posted up to date with what's going on. Definitely a lot of stuff going on. As far as helping out the channel grow, donations and tips are never requested. However, if you feel so inclined to want to help support the channel, you guys can always give tips here on Twitch. Anchor.fm/TotallyAFan, where the home of the podcast is. You guys can donate some money there. If you're watching live on Twitch, consider hitting the subscribe button and subscribe with Amazon Prime. It's absolutely free for you, but it helps the channel grow, helps keep the lights on. Definitely multiple avenues for you to help support the channel. And again, it's never requested, but it's always appreciated. And thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. And again, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to let us be a part of it. This is great. We appreciate it a lot. So that's it for the show. Let's go over to podcast mode. Let's talk about this Nintendo Direct. Let me go down this list and we'll go one by one, shall we? So again,
we have to.
Again, Jesse said new Xenoblade Chronicles characters is Pythra and Mithra. And personally, dude, I'm excited. We have new characters that aren't.
I wanted Rayman.
Rayman. Dude, why haven't we gotten Rayman?
I wanted Gino.
Why haven't we gotten
I
Rayman?
wanted Crash Bandicoot.
Ooh, Crash would have been cool.
I don't know. I think we just set up, that awesome Sephiroth reveal. I think set the bar way too high. I don't think we're gonna get a character as good as that. So people were expecting like Dante. People were expecting. I think they were mainly expecting a third-party character. Xenoblade is first party, so
yeah.
A lot of people feel like that's a waste of a slot. I mean, I like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah,
she looks awesome to play as. So I'm not like angry.
Yeah.
But I would have liked Crash.
Well, look,
Rayman
and Crash are like the probably not the top two, but they're definitely top three characters that I would love to see in Smash. My top one has always and will continue to be fucking Waluigi.
Goku?
No, Waluigi.
Waluigi?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Waluigi
part of that posse, huh?
Needs to be in Smash. I don't think
Goku
it's fair.
needs to be in Smash.
I will say, no. I mean, it could
Naruto.
work. It could work, but I don't want to see them in there.
Sora.
Actually, Sora would have been okay, but now I feel like it's too late. If they had done it
No,
earlier,
they had their chance. They had their chance.
Yeah, they had their
I
chance.
think
Now it's too
Sephiroth
late.
was a much better choice.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we got like Final Fantasy music, I think that was just
we got good music
mind-blowing.
too. We got the boss theme. Oh man, I love the boss theme.
We got everything.
Yeah. So I will say that like, and I've said it before on streams. I don't like that they continue to give characters to some of the big franchises. Like Mario, I think has enough characters. I think Waluigi should be the last Mario character ever that we get in Smash. I think Piranha Plant was stupid. I think that was a stupid choice.
Well, that's his generic 8-bit Nintendo character. Like Melee had the Ice Climbers, Brawl had Rob, Smash 4 had Duck Hunt Dog. So that made sense that he just wanted this gimmicky 8-bit character.
Nah, dude, I think.
But I mean, it was free as long as if you bought the game within the first couple of months, he was free. So
yeah, I think it's.
I ain't sweating.
But let's see, Mario, I think has enough characters. I think, what's it called? Fire Emblem, I think has enough characters. I think Legend of Zelda is okay at its point. I don't think we need another character from Legend of Zelda. Like these franchises already have like enough characters in the game where I would like to see either more but more secondary characters from the other properties or new characters from new properties such as Rayman or Crash Bandicoot. I think would be a much better choice. But I don't know. Xenoblade Chronicles I know is pretty popular. I don't know about now though. When's the last time a Xenoblade game came out?
Well, see, that was the thing. I mean, it 2017, I want to say. Like, I saw the trailer come up, and I'm like, this isn't Smash. This is like DLC. And it was, running off the game engine. It looked awesome. And then it kind of threw me for a loop when she's like, oh, I'm in Smash now. And I'm like, oh, you turd.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, new Smash characters. We're getting a new character. So, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. You said, I think in our, like, production meeting on Facebook, you said that there's 2 more characters coming out.
Yeah, there's 2 more, and that's it. So
do we have any like are there like any rumors as to?
No, heck no. I mean, people are throwing out literally any name, and they're just throwing a shot in the dark. I mean, a lot of people want Crash, a lot of people want Dante, Sora, Lloyd from the Tales series, Heihachi from Tekken, but we'll just see. I mean, I think at this point it's just going to be a mystery.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean. Yeah. I'm happy that Xenoblade got a secondary character. I'm still not happy that Waluigi's not a character yet. And what
is he gonna do? Waluigi's gonna throw his tennis racket?
Dude,
I can't do anything.
I think Waluigi has the best opportunity to be really free reign. But I think because he's featured in a lot of sports games and not like official titles, that he could have a.
He's gonna hit you with his golf club.
Yeah, or the soccer ball or something. Like make him a striker with his like kicks or something. I don't know. I definitely think Waluigi could work. I just don't think they figured out a way that would make sense yet. And listen, if you guys at Nintendo are listening, or you guys at Smash are listening, make him sport themed. Give him like a Mario Kart that he can pull out, kind of like how Bowser Jr. does.
Dude, if people from Nintendo are listening right now, put Freddy Fazbear in there. Put Pamela Anderson in there.
Anderson, dude, Jesus Christ.
Put that guy in the old infomercials that had the question mark suit. What was his name? That old guy?
Jeeves?
No, the guy from those old infomercials. He looked like the Riddler. He had like a green and blue like question mark suit. What was that dude's name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What was his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Question mark suit guy.
Like he was really
He was just, I don't know what he was doing. He was just on TV at like 2 a.m. doing something.
I think he was trying to sell a book for like sales or something. I know exactly who you're talking about.
That guy for Smash.
Let me look it up real quick.
Put the Wendy's mascot in Smash. Just not Waluigi.
His name was Matthew Lesko. Let's see. Matthew Lesko. If you guys are watching the audio version, if you guys are watching the YouTube version, Jesse, if you could just throw his picture up real quick, that'd be great. Yeah, free money for everybody. Free money for
Yeah,
entrepreneurs.
that dude, free money. Buy my book.
Yeah, how to start or expand a business with government grants, low interest loans, contracts, and free services.
Yeah.
This dude was a goddamn wackadoo.
Yeah, I want him for Smash.
You know what? I second that opinion. I second that.
He
I
can
would
throw
like him,
money at you, and that's his final Smash.
I would like him for Smash as well. Oh shit, that's funny. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, Fall Guys is now on Switch. It's out.
That's cool.
Is it now? Because
No, it's coming out in the summer.
Okay, so it's coming out in 21.
They have a 1-year exclusive deal with Sony. So it's coming out for both Switch and Xbox.
Okay.
I'm hoping that the fan base is still popular because, it seems like Among Us like sucked the life out of that game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna, if they have crossplay, maybe it'll breathe some new life into it. But I'm excited for it. I don't have a PlayStation, so I've always wanted to play it. So
yeah, it's pretty
got
fun.
Some more options here.
I'm terrible at it, but it's fun. I definitely enjoy it, and I like playing with friends. So definitely, if they can make it cross-platform, that'd be fun. We also got Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds, I think I forgot to write its release date.
I think it's all summer. Okay. Everything's coming out.
Yeah, a lot of them
either this year or early next year.
Yeah.
But again, that's another port. Like the problem is half these games are ports.
Yeah.
And if you just want to dive into the big elephant in the room of the fact that Nintendo isn't announcing anything huge, because you could read this list. It's ports or remakes that are on other consoles or just rehashed.
Yeah, so for an example, we're getting two Famicom Detective Club games. They're coming they're coming to the US. They're Japanese games coming to the United States.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Heck
they're like mystery investigations kind of type of game, and while they may be fun, exactly as Jesse said, they're ports. It's a Japanese
who needs Metroid Prime 4 when you got waifu Ace Attorney? Like.
I was thinking the same thing, dude.
I know.
When I saw the trailer, I was thinking the same thing.
How about a new Donkey Kong?
That's so funny.
How about something else instead of?
That's hilarious. Oh man, yeah. So they're coming out May 14th. I agree. Samurai Warriors 5 is coming out in summer. Although Samurai 5 is new, right? That's not a port, is it?
That was so funny. I think it's new. I mean, but I mean, when I say port, I mean it came out for Xbox and PlayStation first.
I definitely.
And then it's coming out for the Switch. So it's just like a Switch port. It's like it's not exclusive to the Switch.
Yeah, we're also.
I don't mind third party, and indie games as long as they're exclusive to the Switch.
Yeah. So we're getting Legend of Mana. We're getting an enhanced version or remake, I guess. It's coming out.
Oh God, a Super Nintendo game. Let's go. Let's go, Nintendo.
Yeah, so that's it's a remake, so it's not really a new game. Although there are, I believe they're including some new features and new things to it. But it looks like a modern, like, 8-bit type game. So like, Legend of Mana was really cool. I think they missed
it was released for like the
PlayStation
new like game. 99.
I think they missed the opportunity of making a new Legend of Mana game versus just a remake,
And plus, it's coming out for the PlayStation 4. So again, it's not Switch exclusive.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Let's see. We're getting Monster Hunter Rise. It looks like DLC, but we're also getting a limited edition Switch and a controller. That's coming out March 26th. Mario Golf Super Rush. I will say.
That looks cool.
It's coming out June 25th. So I will say that I wasn't initially excited for the game until they announced their like dash mode.
Like you could run around and hit people with the golf club.
Yeah, and like the first one to get
cool.
in the hole, like that to me, just like it elevated that game. Like I kind of want to get golf just for that version.
And they got a legit story mode with a Mii character, so that's gonna
actually
be
I like that too. I like that they're incorporating the Miis a little bit more. It just
because
why make
one of my favorite RPGs of all time is Mario Tennis on the Game Boy Color, because it was a legit RPG where you made your own character. and you were playing tennis with Mario, and it had like hit stats, and you could level up, and it was like, dude, this is an RPG but tennis.
Yeah.
And they never replicated that ever.
Did you play the last one that came out?
For the one for Switch, yeah. I mean, that's all right. I mean, it's just tennis, nothing too huge. They had a story mode, but it was more like a board game. Like you run around on these tiles and you do mini games. It wasn't like a story. So it seems like at least for Mario Golf, they're trying to do like an actual story. Maybe you're running around, getting items, leveling up, talking to people. So that looks cool.
Yeah, a friend of mine, fellow YouTuber, Inverted Visions, who at some point I would love to get on the show. I know he played the last tennis game and he really loved it. Him being an actual tennis player, he really enjoyed it. So I don't know. Like I said, if it wasn't for that rush mode, I probably would not have looked forward to this game. As of right now, I don't think it's still like a strong enough title, and that's kind of what we were trying to get at earlier in the show. Is some of these based off this list so far, these titles aren't really like all that great, and we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like news topics already from the direct. So, and the next set isn't really all that great either. But
they're not even worth mentioning. You can say it. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, I mean, some
like
of them aren't.
The fact that we had to wait a year and a half for the last full Nintendo Direct. All the previous other Directs were called mini Directs, and they were exclusively third-party games, exclusively indie titles.
Yeah.
No one cared.
Yeah.
We wanted Metroid Prime 4. We wanted Breath of the Wild 2. We wanted maybe a new Mario title. And and the fact, I think it hurts more this year because we didn't get a big E3 show because of the pandemic. So we didn't get that big chunk of news from Nintendo that we usually get. People, it's Zelda's 35th anniversary. So why don't you throw us a Zelda collection? I mean, instead we're getting Skyward Sword HD, which is cool, but dude, you could like you did with Mario All-Stars, re-release all the Zeldas on a collection. Instead, we get DC superhero girls. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, so
you're killing me.
Let's quickly just burn this list then. So we got Tales from the Borderlands coming out March 24th. It's a port. Capcom Arcade Stadium is available now. It was actually available, I believe, at the end of the Direct. Stubbs the Zombie comes out March 16th.
Port.
No More Heroes 3, August 27th.
That's exclusive.
That's exclusive. I'm kind of excited for this.
Let me double check. Pretty sure it is, right?
So yeah. I want to say it's. Didn't it come?
They better have some exclusives on here, Yeah, all right. That's exclusive. So, all right.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, that's on its way. Neon White, winter of 2021. DC Super.
Probably a port. I'm not even gonna look at it.
DC Supergirls, June.
DC
4th.
Superhero Girls, game of the year though, right there.
Look, for kids, the Switch is a kid-friendly console, and I think for little girls, this is gonna be fun. But overall, it just doesn't look.
I'm
great.
a little girl.
It reminds.
I don't want a new Kirby.
It reminds me of Bratz.
Or a new Metroid.
Yeah. The Plants vs.
Or a new
Zombies.
Mario Kart.
Oh, God. A new Mario Kart would be so epic. Me and my roommates,
I was just waiting for the Mario Kart theme to play. Just and I understand that people are still buying Mario Kart 8. So it's not Nintendo's fault that they're making billions of dollars on that old 7-year-old game.
Yeah.
But just come on.
At least something new. Give us DLC at least. Or something.
Something.
Yeah, dude. Mario Kart's. I mean,
I love Mario Kart, but I'm one of the unfortunate people that bought a Wii U. So all of these re-releases on Switch, I'm not going to buy because I already have them.
You already have them, yeah.
It's great if you never had a Wii U, so you could play Donkey Kong, Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8. That's great for you if you've never had a Wii U.
Yeah.
But I do. So I'm sitting here waiting for my game.
To be honest, I feel to come out. A lot of people who get Nintendo are hardcore Nintendo fans who if they didn't have it, they would have played it to some extent. But I would imagine that the Nintendo fan base, a large chunk of the Nintendo fan base had the Wii U and then switched to the Switch when it came out. I don't suspect that all big fan base of the Switch are new to the Switch. I think these Nintendo, and that's just the way Nintendo is, right? Nintendo is like a legacy thing where you definitely would have came from the previous version. I know that like Xbox versus PlayStation, I know people switch sometimes. Like they'll do Xbox this year, then they'll do the PS4 next time, or the next PlayStation next time, or vice versa. But I feel like if you're a Nintendo fan, you would have had the last Nintendo, so you would have gone through all of these games already. Your Nintendo is probably still on your like, right next to your TV. You just haven't turned it on in years.
Dude, I'm still staring at my Wii U.
Yeah,
it's just sitting in a corner right now.
Yeah, so a lot of these games, a Mario Kart 8 or sorry, Mario Kart 9 or even DLC for Mario Kart would have been like, it would have made.
I just wanted something.
So much better.
We waited a year and a half. I just wanted something.
Yeah.
Like give us just show us a logo. Like we know you're working on it. Like we know that's all you do. But like just give us something.
Something, man.
All right, it was just so, and then it was just blah.
Yeah, so we got like Plants vs Zombies, the complete edition, March 19th. It's
yeah.
If you didn't have the last version, now you're getting it all. Miitopia is new, I think, comes out May 21st. But
yeah, that's a 3DS game, so they ported that over to the Switch.
So that's a port. So then you get
it's all ports.
This one this one, while I thought was kind of cool, was definitely kind of upsetting. But you're now gonna have Super Mario themed items in Animal Crossing starting February 25th. And it's simply just going to be an update to Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so I mean, but the fact that I did notice that you can do warp pipes, so you can buy 2 of those warp pipes and you can actually teleport within your village. That's kind of cool. But again, this is just a free update that, like we knew this was coming. They're doing constant updates throughout the year. You know, this isn't like a big ticket item you put in a direct.
Right. We get Project Triangle is that strategy game that Jesse talked about a little bit earlier. I'm actually really excited for it. I know the demo is out now. Actually, I need to download the demo, but the demo's out now. But the game isn't getting released until 2022. This game looks dope.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
it's got that. It's like this weird like 3D, 2D kind of aesthetic to it. I mean, give it a try. We'll see.
It looks fun, and this is definitely coming from like a shooter a game or a shooter fan. The game looks fun, but as far as like the Switch goes, this isn't like a hot ticket game where like this is like live or die type of game, right? A live or die type of game for Nintendo would have been Metroid, would have been Mario Kart 9, would have been another Super Mario game, would have been something else, Donkey Kong even. So the fact that we aren't getting those titles definitely is a huge letdown from this direct. But that game's coming out. It looks kind of dope. Star Wars Hunters is the game that Jesse mentioned. That's going to be potentially like a open world, maybe sandbox. We're not sure. We only got a slight teaser.
Well, it's a free to play game, so I've lowered my expectations.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just going to be like a cash grab shooter. But it's literally that all we have is a teaser trailer. We don't have anything yet, gameplay wise. So I think it's just going to be one of those hero shooters, probably like Overwatch, and we'll just see. A lot of those come out,
Apex,
and
maybe
you can't really beat Overwatch.
Yeah.
So a lot of these kind of copyware titles, they just kind of die after a few months. We'll see. It's Star Wars. Never bet against Star Wars, but we'll see.
And I will say that the one good thing is that EA is no longer like exclusive Star Wars game makers. So this is from a different production company. So I have some hope because it is Star Wars, and I have a little bit higher hopes because it's not EA, but because it's just the Nintendo game, I feel like it's not going to be a blockbuster hit. Not saying that it needs to be a blockbuster hit, but like, I don't know. I almost feel like this might be a kid-friendly game, which is what I'm getting at.
Oh, it's definitely, it's going to be. But it's free to play. They want kids to play it.
Right. So this is coming out 2021. We got Knockout City coming out May 21st. That one looks okay, but
that's just dodgeball the game. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But
it definitely feels like a Nintendo Switch game. Like it reminds me a little bit of Splatoon. It also reminds me a little bit of that fighting game that came out where you fight with the Joy-Cons. So, but it doesn't look too crazy, but it looks maybe like it might be enjoyable. That's going to come out May 21st.
That's coming out to all platforms though, so that's going to have crossplay. So,
it is coming.
But
it is.
It's coming out PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation, Xbox, PS5, Series X, and the Switch PC. So they're trying to make this like a big kind of competitive game. Okay. I mean, it looks cool. It's just dodgeball. I mean, when's the last time we had a dodgeball game?
Since school. I love. I'm not gonna lie though. The sound one of so there are some audio sounds in like the world that are so pleasing to the ear. One of them is the sound of a whirling dodgeball in the air right before it smacks somebody in the face. It has this unique ringing type of sound, and then you hear whooping. It's just I love the sound dodgeballs make. But that's neither here nor there. We're also getting World's End Club that's coming out May 28th. Hades is getting a physical release March 19th. So most of these games are digital downloads, but Hades will get like its own like little chip that you can buy. This was kind of interesting. We are getting a Ninja Gaiden Master Collection June 10th. The problem is that this doesn't include everything. This is only including, I think, 2, 3 Sigma, and I think one other one.
It's pretty much the last 3 modern games that they did. It would have been cool if they had like all the retro titles. But I mean, I think they did this because you could play, at least on Xbox, you could backwards compatibility. You could play the original 3. Sigma and Razor's Edge and all those. So maybe they're just trying to, give Switch owners a reason to play it, because those never came out for any Nintendo console. They were always PlayStation, Xbox.
Right. That could be why. And I do know that you can play the OG Ninja Gaiden on Nintendo. You can play it on the Nintendo Entertainment System app that's on the Switch, so long as you have their version of Nintendo Live. I forget what it's called. So you can play the OG games, but yeah, I mean, just kind of going back to what Jesse said, these are all ports or enhanced versions.
Everything is a port. Yeah. My life is a port. You're a port.
We're getting Hyrule Warriors expansion pass May 28th, and then June and July we're getting some new stuff too. I think it's maybe new characters, maybe new items, new maps. I'm not really.
Are you going to talk about the biggest piece of news from the Direct? The fact that the producer of Zelda.
Wait, we're not there yet. Hold on.
No. We're talking about it now.
So
you mentioned Hyrule Warriors.
Bravely Default 2.
No one cares.
February 26th. Ghosts and Goblins.
No one cares.
Remake, February 25th.
We are losing viewers because you're talking about stuff no one cares about.
Saga Frontier remastered April 15th. Apex Legends is coming to Switch March 9th. Now let's talk about the big Legend of Zelda news. So,
yeah, the news is there's no news.
Yeah.
The producer came on screen and looked us dead in the eye and said, "We have nothing to share."
It's like, I know you guys are excited for Breath of the Wild 2.
What are you doing?
We don't got nothing. We ain't got nothing.
What are you doing? Oh, my head.
Yeah, we got nothing. All we know is that we're getting Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Again, it's an enhanced version. We are getting custom Joy-Cons.
It runs at 1080, 60 FPS.
Yeah, and then we're also getting custom Joy-Cons that are coming out July 16th. What's kind of cool,
that's what we wanted. That's what the fans wanted.
What's kind of cool is that like one Joy-Con has like the artwork from the shield, and it's going to work like the shield just as it did on the Nintendo Wii, and then the other one is going to have graphics from the sword, and it's going to work like the sword, so you can literally block and slash. That's kind of cool, but Skyward Sword
it's not what we wanted.
No, it's an HD remake enhancement, and it's nothing. We wanted Breath of the Wild 2. Now, the producer did say that we're working on it, and later this year we'll have something for you.
Okay, yeah. How about you post a screenshot or something?
Yeah, we definitely wanted it now, and I'm not gonna say that.
Have Link walk up to a temple and that's it. That's all we wanted.
I'm not going to say that news of Breath of the Wild 2 would have made this Direct like top notch, because it definitely wouldn't have, but it would have been huge news and definitely would have been epic. But they dropped the ball. This Nintendo Direct was definitely weak sauce. They definitely dropped the ball here, and the fact that we're not getting Breath of the Wild 2 information until later in the year, but instead we're getting Skyward Sword. It's just like, well, that's why we're not getting Breath of the Wild, is because we're working on Skyward Sword. Like, get your crap together, dude, and stop making.
What's the point?
Skyward and.
Why are we on this earth if we don't have Breath of the Wild 2 news?
The last bit of news from the Nintendo Direct is we are getting Splatoon in 2021. This is Splatoon 3, I believe.
Yeah, Splatoon Mad Max looked actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the heck is this?
I actually like Splatoon. I think it's fun.
And then like the whole world is destroyed except for your little inkling.
Yeah.
I was getting like just like Star Wars vibes, like on the desert planet, and you're just sitting there with your little buddy.
Yeah. You can customize the little buddy, which I thought was
and then you hop on a ghetto train and go to the big city. So you're poor in this game, like you're dirt poor, and maybe you have to compete in the Splatoon tournament to earn money. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely different than the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a new game. It's kind of, we want new, but it's not a big enough pull. And yeah, I feel the Switch was just, this Direct was just really like weak sauce. And yeah, I don't know how to feel. I mean, look, new content is good. I say it all the time. And we are getting, for a lot of people who didn't get to play these games on the Wii, but again, like that group is so small and tiny. This is now a chance for you to play these games, which is, I guess, fun. And you can always play these and rebeat them, and makes it kind of feel new. But definitely some bigger titles, some bigger exclusives. Again, Mario Kart 9 would have been fantastic, or even like some new updates. Like, I hate that all the maps are unlocked. I hate that all the cars, and like every once in a while I'll unlock a new wheel or a new tire or a new kite or whatever. Like, great, but like I want more. Like, I want more new. I want new characters, maybe, or just something, just that, or a new Donkey Kong or a new Mario or something. And yeah, this Direct,
like, I don't expect a new Mario every year, but it's been a couple years.
Yeah, when did Odyssey come out? Odyssey came out when the Switch came out, didn't it?
Like either a year or a couple months after the Switch. It was right there in the beginning.
Yeah, and the Switch has definitely been around for a couple years. Yeah, this Direct was definitely not the best, and there was a lot to talk about, which was good.
We got DC superhero girls to look forward to. So.
Dude, you're really on that, man. Like that.
Really... I am on that. What is this? What is it? What is that?
I don't know, but I don't like
DC superhero girls. They all go to high school now.
Actually, isn't that a thing? That's a thing.
It's a show, yeah.
It's a show, yeah.
They like all go to high school and they're all like friends.
Yeah, it's like Bratz.
It's like
Bratz.
Like
Bratz is like a new version of Barbie for those of you who don't know. Those of you who aren't,
Those of you who are normal.
Yeah, the normies.
And don't have 14-year-old daughters.
The muggles. But yeah, I don't know. That game looks stupid as hell. I would definitely, when I saw that trailer, I was like, this is dumb. I think there's only 2 or 3 games out of here that I'd be interested in playing. Mario Golf Super Rush, maybe No More Heroes, definitely Star Wars because it's Star Wars, and Project Triangle. I think that's really it.
Yeah.
And maybe Splatoon. Okay, so 5. That's really it. But these are games that, again, like I'm not going to go out of my way to play these games. That's kind of the whole point that me and Jesse are getting at. And we're not trying to be downers or anything, but it's just like that's kind of how we feel. That's how we feel, and that's why we roll. That's why we do this show, so that we can talk about what's going on and what our take is on it. Now, a lot of you guys could be absolute Nintendo fans, and that's great. We are too, but we're also, we can criticize our own fandoms.
We can?
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can.
Well, I won't do it today, but...
Well, no, of course not. But that's why,
later.
That's why when it comes to anything Disney Plus, I'm always, my Lord and Savior Disney Plus. But then when Disney drops the ball, and they have, I get on them about it. Well, I don't get on them, but I talk about it. And then... But yeah. I don't know, man. Look, especially with the whole outbreak... I feel like the need for new entertainment is important. I'm glad we're getting it to some capacity, but overall, I think coming from Nintendo specifically, I don't know what it is that they're doing. And so far, they've been pretty good as far as producing good content, producing good games, even producing good updates. But it's just I don't know if it's a Nintendo thing, but a lot of the time I don't really look forward to what Nintendo has to offer. I own maybe 4 or 5 games on the Nintendo, and even them, they're ports. Mario Party, I think, was a port, or maybe it was new. Mario Kart is a port. Smash was new, and then Starlink. That's really it.
You bought Starlink?
The Battle for the Flying game? Yeah, I bought it.
You were the only person that bought it. Dude, I saw that at Dollar Tree the other day.
No,
I legit walked into Dollar Tree, and they have a whole shelf full of those like Starlink figures.
Yeah.
I think you were the only one that bought it. Is it fun?
It was at first, but it got really repetitive pretty quickly, and so I kind of play it every once in a while. And I bought the version with Star Fox so that I can have the actual the Air Wing. I have it on my my.
Well, you want me to pick you up a few? They're at Dollar Tree.
No, there's there isn't anything that they have that I want. I just wanted the Star Fox figurine in the Arm-Wing. That's really all I wanted. Yeah.
Can we talk about WandaVision now?
Let's talk about WandaVision. Sure. We're in the podcast mode here.
Well, we got to throw up that spoiler graphic.
Oh, yeah.
Getting into spoiler territory.
Spoiler alert. Let's get into it, man. So.
Can I make a statement first?
Before you do.
Before I do.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No. Because you did.
No, come on.
You get it.
Right. So I would like to make a statement for all to hear that Agatha what's her name? Agatha Harkness?
Agatha Harkness
is the worst Marvel villain. She has overtaken Thanos as the most evil character in the MCU for killing and openly admitting to killing Sparky the dog.
Yeah.
So, I will debate you to the end of time. I know Thanos wiped out half of the population and all living creatures, and there's probably a few dogs that are in the mix. But Thanos just snapped his fingers and didn't even think about it, and the dogs just vanished. This broad snapped the dog's neck with her bare hands. That is evil. And then laughed about it. She laughed about it in the theme song.
So a couple things.
So she overtakes Thanos by a mile.
So a couple things. First, I called it. I called it. I knew I called it. I even rewatched last episode to confirm. But I said that Wanda is probably mostly in charge, but that subconsciously something is happening to her that she can't control, and it's probably Agatha. I called it, and we got confirmation of it. We absolutely got confirmation of it with her intro-outro video at the end of that episode. I'm proud of myself for calling it, first of all. Second of all, the dog, supposedly the name, some fans are theorizing that the name of the dog might be in relation to the name of, I think, her son in the comics. And the plant that she was specifically talking about that supposedly the dog was eating is part of that story plot to, I think, take Wanda's kids or to do something with her kid in the comics, which is Sparky, Sparks. Something Sparks.
I mean, Sparky the dog is an actual comic book character. It's like it's Vision's dog. So
yeah, but also
he exists. He exists in the comics at some point.
I think the name also has something to do with like her kid or something in the storyline. Give me a second. Oh no, I would have to go. I'm not trying to read all that stuff, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So she killed the dog.
How dare she?
I look. We got 2 episodes left, and the theory for Mephisto seems like you're running out of time.
I mean, if he's gonna show up, yeah, you got 2 episodes. He's got.
Yeah,
you're running out of time for him to show up.
Introduce him now. Yeah, you're running out of time, and it wouldn't make sense for you to introduce this character all of a sudden, right? Now, I still think that Evan Peters. I think that he still has a bigger role to play, not just Quicksilver. In fact, he's not Pietro. We actually just got confirmation at the. If you didn't watch it, there's like a end credits scene where Photon or Monica Rambeau is trying to get into the basement, and then he pops up at the end there, and he doesn't look like Quicksilver, meaning like his hair is like brown, it's not white anymore. So I think he still has a bigger role to play. I don't know if he is Mephisto. To be honest, we know that WandaVision is going to have ties to Doctor Strange, so I'm wondering if they're going to introduce Nightmare instead of Mephisto. At which point, I don't know if the guy from the infomercials is going to play that character or is going to play that role, or if it's going to be Evan Peters. We still don't know who Ralph is, so that's going to be interesting to see. It could be Evan Peters. I don't know. There's a lot of theories.
I mean, what we do know is that he's 100% not playing Quicksilver from the X-Men universe.
Right.
I think he was just hired to be an Easter egg at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think
so
that was a stunt.
Kind of sucks.
That was a stunt cast. That was a stunt cast for the fans, but also to kind of mess with us a little bit.
It was cool thinking that maybe because we know eventually they're going to get into the multiverse.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were planting the seeds now, but clearly they just wanted to do it for us. So.
Right.
We'll get there when we get there.
They definitely are planting seeds for other stuff, though. The way Photon got her powers could be the way that mutants get introduced. I think in the episode, whether it's next episode or the last episode, where they dive into Wanda's like past and how she was introduced into the Mind Stone, I think they're going to go deeper into like, oh, her genetics. She's predisposed. Something in her genes makes it seem like she's the best fit for this. Because remember, she and Pietro, they volunteered for that Hydra experimentation. So I think in that they're gonna find like it'll be a flashback scene. They're gonna be like, oh, their genetic makeup is XYZ. We think that this experiment's going to work, and then boom, she's going to become Scarlet Witch. The same way that kind of it happened with Photon, where she kept going in and out, but it's possible that she was already predisposed to some way for her to receive the powers that she now has. Then clearly she has them. So I think that's going to be a way for them to introduce mutants, or at least super powered individuals, quote unquote enhanced, as used per Captain America in Age of Ultron. So I think they're going to explore that. I don't know how they're going to explore the multiverse if Pietro isn't Peter from the X-Men universe, or if he's even like a mutant in this universe. Like I think he's a disguise. I think Nightmare is going to reveal himself, and it might be Evan Peters in makeup. Who knows? We'll see, but it's coming down to the wire. We got 2 episodes left. I thought the episodes were going to be longer just because I think they announced like we were going to be getting 6 hours worth of stuff, and with the shows only being half an hour long so far, like you still have a couple hours left over. So I'm wondering if that was just something that they announced.
Yeah, maybe the last 2 are like an hour long, but the credits themselves are like 10 minutes long. So really, the shows are like 22 minutes, and if they're going for that like sitcom vibe, then sitcoms are with commercials are 22 minutes each.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We need some answers.
Yeah, definitely. But I think this is such a huge testament to Marvel, right? Like, a lot of us were theorizing, that things were going to go this way, or that it might go that way, that this character is XYZ, and that character is going to go through this or that. And the fact that, like, we've been on a loop this whole time. Now, obviously, like, the Agnes was such a huge, like, Agatha Harkness, like, that connection was there from the start. There's a lot of twists and turns for how things went. I think what's going on with the boys, I think their powers are manifesting to be more than just the creation, and I think they're going to be introduced into the universe proper. But a lot of the theories that a lot of us had, especially from early on, even going until now, have been like debunked or whatever just on this last episode, and even the episode before. And so it's just a testament to Marvel's writing. You know, there's a lot of twists and turns, stuff we haven't expected yet. I know me specifically too, we're getting really hyped up for this engineering friend that Monica kept talking about. And it turned out that she was just some Air Force
some random stranger.
Just some random Air Force
Talk
soldier.
about disappointing Smash characters.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted Mr. Fantastic or Doctor Doom, and it's just,
Somebody,
oh, hi,
yeah.
person I've met off screen. How are you?
Yeah. So that was a bummer.
lame.
That was definitely a bummer. But I don't know, man. Look, I'm still excited with what's happening. I'm still excited.
I mean, it's still a great show.
It's still a great show. And to be honest, it's a great cast, and I really hope that, like, to whatever extent they're able to continue on, whether it's in Doctor Strange and maybe a season 2 of WandaVision, whatever the case is. Like, I would love to see more from this cast. I think it's a really great cast, and I know for sure the I forgot her name, but the actress that plays Monica Rambeau, she is confirmed to be in Captain Marvel 2, so we know that for sure. But the actress for Agatha Harkness, I would love to see her come back or play some sort of role in Doctor Strange, just because she's a great actress. I love her. She's funny. I've seen her in a lot of comedy movies, and it just, again, I think it'd be great to see her play more stuff in future projects. But we'll see how it works. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of disappointing news. A lot of interesting news. We got all kinds of stuff happening this week, and I'm really excited to see what's going to come out next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any topics that we may have missed, we didn't cover, you guys want us to talk about on the show, please, if you're watching on YouTube, post a comment down below. Reach out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever that you're able to catch us on social media at TotallyAFan. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what your take is on any of the news we talked about today, last episode, or what you want us to talk about the future episode. We'd love to dive in a little bit more. Again, join the Discord. We have community engagement there. We do have some channels for you to freely talk about movies, comics, video games, TV shows, the whole nine, in a spoil-free environment. So definitely consider joining the Discord. And again, if you want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share on YouTube, on Twitch. Again, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch. It's absolutely free for you. Or you can tip us in the panels down below on Twitch, or if you go to anchor.fm, you can support that way. We also have a merch store. We have all these things going on. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Again, for taking time out of your day to hang out and talk nerd news with us. Jesse, thank you so much for being here for today's episode.
Oh, I'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
Every day until the end of time.
Yeah. So that's going to be it, guys. Again, live stream Twitch every Saturday, 12 p.m. Catch the podcast there. You can catch it on YouTube afterwards. We'll see you next time. But until then, and as always, thanks for coming.